In almost any situation where you are editing text in Canvas, right now I'm editing a page that I've created, um, you will have access to the content selector. At the very top of it, you see where it says insert content into the page. This is a fantastic tool that you want to use in your course to really help your students get around and navigate. You'll notice there are three tabs across the top. The first one is links. Under the links tab of the content selector, you have access to any content of Canvas that you have already created. So I can expand any of these items, quizzes, announcements, discussions, modules, even the course navigation links that you normally see over on the far left-hand side. I can link students to any of these items that I want to with this simple interface. The next one is the Files area. If I click on Files, I can expand the existing folder structure that I've created in my course and link students to specific files that I have imported. Or I can even upload new files through this interface as well. And then the last tab is images. Anytime you've added image files into your course, Canvas knows to display those images within this interface as well. It can be quite simple to add these images into the content that you're creating or editing. So just to show you a few ways of how this can work, as I'm creating my page here, I want to add a link to some notes that I've composed for my students that exists on a different page. To do that, I highlight the text that I want to create as a persistent Canvas link. Once I've highlighted it, I come over here on the right-hand side and I expand the type of content that this is that I'm linking them to. This is a wiki page in this instance. And then I can just click on the specific page that I want to link the student to. So once I click on that, the text turns yellow, and then it goes to the blue text, which tells me that the link has been added. This can work in anything that you're typing into your course. Maybe you have a reference to a specific assignment within the text of a specific page. You can highlight that, and then over in the content selector, create that as a link to that assignment. So anytime you reference other parts of your course throughout your course, you can simply and easily just highlight whatever that text is and link students to it. The next tab, Files, it works similarly, but it has a little bit different outcome once the link has been created and the page has been saved. I'm going to highlight my weekly reading header here, and then I'm going to come over here and click on one of the files that I want to link students to with that text. So I'll click on that file, and that generates a link, and now students will be able to access that file through this link. Now these types of links that we've just created are internal. They point to content that exists within Canvas. If you have content that exists outside of Canvas, like this IEEE website, this is a website that is developed and hosted elsewhere. I cannot link students to this website through the Content Selector interface. I have to use the absolute link button here. So I click on that. This is an absolute link where it actually shows you the HTTP and all that. I'm going to go ahead and insert that link, and then I'm going to save the website so you can see what that would look like. You're going to notice these three links are behaving a little bit differently. This first one, Instructor Notes, links the students to a page within this course. So it's an internal link inside, built into Canvas. I've created it with the Content Selector tool. It's also a persistent link, so if I ever move that page from one place to another within my course, this link will still work. It'll still go to the right place. If I click on that, that takes me directly to that page within the Canvas course. The next one down, for the external website, the IEEE website, you see a little arrow in a box next to it. This means that this is an external website, and because of that, it will open in a different tab. So if I click on that, a new tab is generated, and my old tab still exists right next to it, so I never leave the Canvas shell. The last item here, the weekly reading prime numbers, this is a link to a file in my course. If I hover my mouse over it, the tooltip that appears will show me the name of the file. If I click on this link, it will download that file to my computer. If I click on the magnifying glass, I'll get a preview of that file. Since this is a compatible file that they can preview, it's a PDF, so Canvas can show the students a preview of that without them having to use Microsoft Word or Adobe Reader. If I don't want to see that anymore, I can minimize the file preview. And then finally, there's this last little button on the file link that will open the link in a new window. show you one more thing, and that is the Images tab in the Content Selector. I'm going to put my cursor at the topmost section of my page, and I'm going to come over to the Images. If I want to add an image through the Content Selector tool, I just want to put my mouse cursor where that image is going to appear. So the cursor is at the very top. I click on Images, and I can scroll down and find the image that I want to add. Click on that, and the image or banner appears at the very top exactly where I want it. Align that. Now the only reason why Canvas knows that these files are here and knows what these files are is because I've added them prior by using the Files interface. I've dragged and dropped them from my computer screen into my Canvas course.